a growing number of people carry around one of these, a smartphone, and this happens to be a BlackBerry, but it could be an iPod or a Windows smartphone. But most people carry around these. I wouldn't call them dumb phones, but they certainly don't have quite the capacity of something like a BlackBerry. Or do they, Stephen Go from MiG-33? Are you telling me you can turn this into this?
Yes, MiG-33 is a massive mobile internet community which gives people with very low-end phones the complete range of functionality that they might otherwise have found on a higher-end phone like a iPhone or a BlackBerry. Our users, which numbers over 7 million around the world, send over 27 million messages a day in chat rooms. They send about 15,000 messages a day, photos a day, and they also make really cheap phone calls, which is a great VoIP feature in MiG-33.
Well, I know you're not adding keyboards to the phone, so I assume you're doing all this in software.
Yes, that's correct. Our users basically, in the past, they've accessed the service by downloading a client onto their phone, but today, a demo this week, we're announcing a clientless application that people can use just by using the mobile browser on their phone to use the complete range of MiG-33 services. Well,
I want to hear about the broad range in a minute, but you piqued my interest when you said cheap phone calls. I like to save money. How can you make cheaper calls?
Well, basically through MiG-33, when you log in through the service, you can either you can create a call between any 2 points, typically between your mobile phone and another destination, like you can call China for under 2 cents per minute, which is really cheap. Certainly a lot cheaper than what AT&T would otherwise have charged you. If you're in a hurry or in a rush, you can do it with just a simple SMS. You can just simply SMS to one of our many points around the world the phone number that you want to call, and we'll create a really cheap phone call between your phone and wherever it is really quickly.
Of course, this is mostly for international, since most people get free domestic calls in the U.S.
Oh, absolutely. It matters if you're making calls back to China, or India, or the United Kingdom, or for our many users in Europe, where cellular calls are very, very expensive, and throughout Southeast Asia, where we've also got a healthy user base in.
Well, show us some of the other features. Should you show us?
Okay. Let me show you two parts of MiG-33. One of them is the mobile client, which we have here running on an emulator. And you can see here on your mobile phone, you can access things like MSN and AIM, and also our own messaging client.
So you do this all within you don't have to download additional software from AIM or AOL or MSN?
Yeah, that's correct. It's just the one client, and it's actually really, really small. And you can actually browse through chat rooms and the like. And then you can also go and chat in, you can view photos and profiles. You can also make really cheap phone calls. Like here, I can make a really cheap phone call to another destination. Which, say here, I'm going to make a call to an Australian phone.
All right. I'm going to take your word for it that you can make a call to Australia.
Okay. And on top of that, you can also log in. You can also see the website as well. So on the website, we've got the entire experience back on the web.
I've got our PC here now.
Yep. So I'll just log in here on the browser, and we have an Ajax client back on the web.
Now, why would you want to do that on the web? I mean, I thought this was for phones.
So we have many of our users which take lots and lots of phone calls, or they want to chat and the like. But when they get back home, they might have their PC, and they still also want to access the great features of MiG-33. So. And I think it's, yeah, and here we are just logging in just now. So you can see here basically you've got Maylin's profile with all the photos and the like, and she can see all her scrapbook in the background, and she can chat to other MiG-33 users and do things as simple as, say, like drag and dropping photos by just saying...
So we're seeing basically people from different instant messaging clients or programs all within services, all within your client.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So basically MiG-33 is the complete messaging community application, all in real time on the desktop and on your mobile phone.
And what about email?
We're also launching an open email service today, starting with our own email service. So every one of our users gets a MiG-33 email account, and as the year progresses, all our customers will be able to access their other email accounts using MiG-33.
So you could forward, let's say, your Gmail to your MiG-33 if you want to.
Yeah. That's correct.
And any cost associated with this?
No, we're giving most of the services away for free.